Welcome to Qualified Nonsense, the podcast where three childhood best friends decided that therapy was too expensive, group texts just weren't chaotic enough, and the only logical way to keep our friendship alive was to record ourselves answering the most ridiculous questions Reddit has ever coughed up. We have no qualifications, questionable morals, and way too much free time. So, buckle up, because it's going to get nonsense. But it's qualified nonsense. And I'm Matt.
I'm Brandon.
And I'm Jake.
And this is qualified nonsense.
Oh. Well, that's a nice little button.
What's up, guys? Pick my
Living La
nose.
Vida Loca.
Long time no see.
Shakira.
Oh, baby, when you talk like that.
Oh, hopefully we don't get
Hola.
DMCA'd or whatever.
DMCA'd. Yeah.
What is that called? What, like they file a is that what it is? Or DCMA or DMCA? I don't remember. Anyway,
What are you talking about?
ACDC? DC.
There's
no. It's when you get sued or when you get a claim of copyright infringement.
yeah.
DMC. Yeah, I think it's DMC.
A C&D?
Digital.
Yeah, DMCA, a formal legal request from a copyright owner to an online service provider to remove or disable access to content. It stands for Digital Millennium Copyright Act.
No.
Well, chances are she doesn't listen to us anyway. So,
Chances are.
but if you do, you can send us one. That'd be kind of fun.
Further, I can guarantee you that Shakira doesn't listen to this. What's Shakira's last name?
It's Shakira.
Shakira.
So the boys,
That'll get us. That will get us.
the
You have a
boys
defamation suit against you now.
have been playing soccer a lot and watching soccer a lot, and on all of I feel like the last several World Cups, like World Cup playlists, Shakira finds herself there at least 4 or 5 times, and good on her. But she makes music for all of it, and so we hear a lot of Shakira in our house.
Is she like super? Is she one of those people who are like super popular outside the U.S. now? Like,
I think
she's
started right.
Yeah, she's
Right.
Colombian,
Well,
and
like-
I think she's Colombian, but she's she's pretty well popular still across the world.
because every once in a while, like people pop up. I mean, I know she was like super
She is
popular
Colombian.
here, like 15 years ago or whatever. But there's people who pop up. It's like, you've never heard of them. It's like, oh, you haven't? They're the biggest recording artist in Bolivia or whatever. Like,
Or like
Yeah.
Psy, the Gangnam Style guy, the Korean. Like, dude, the stadiums he sells out is crazy bananas to this day. But even before, he was like a Korean superstar, and then he released Gangnam Style. Got all the kids hooked on it. Did you know Shakira's 48 years old?
I just
Damn,
saw
girl. Good for you.
Did you know that we're
She looks good.
40
good for
years
you
old?
for
Living.
allowing for the passage of time.
I will allow it.
No, like all of the photos of her, she looks the exact like she's aged very well. Good for you.
It's like Elizabeth Hurley. Like, she just turned 60. She looks really good still.
Well, keep your cat calls down over there.
Keep it in your pants. Right.
Runs to Google Elizabeth Hurley. Oh yeah. Oh, yeah. Wait, is she with Billy Ray Cyrus? No, who's she?
I don't know.
This was just some event. No, wait. Oh man, she's dating Billy Ray Cyrus. Ugh.
Is she?
Yeah.
Who's Billy Ray
Gross.
Cyrus?
Don't
I know the name.
tell my heart. It's Miley Cyrus's dad.
Yeah.
He looks like somebody that lives under a bridge in Portland. But he had his day.
He had his time.
You really don't know the name Billy Ray Cyrus?
No, I looked him up. I remember.
You don't remember the mullet?
He does wear it proudly, and I respect him for it.
That is, yeah.
Although, every 12-year-old kid has a mullet now, so
They're all broccoli heads and all that.
No, I've seen a lot of mullets around here.
What's the trend with...
in North Carolina, you saw a lot of mullets? You don't say.
I know I'm going to sound super old saying this, but what's with kids these days? But what's the... Hold on, I'll get a cap to demonstrate. Have you noticed the trend of kids wearing their hats super high up on their heads, but almost like this, where it's just sitting on top? But
I think they've been doing that for a minute, Brandon.
It's like our generation's top hat.
Yeah, they almost just have it's not even on their head, but it's just sitting on top, but really far forward.
Yeah. Yeah, I never I've never understood the hat thing. I get that people have their, and the shoe thing too, frankly. I like that, people have their passions and their interests, but it's never been something that I've been drawn to.
Never
also,
gonna be
I
a
look
sneakerhead
in a hat, so
I don't think that's true. You never wear a hat out and about.
Not usually, no, because they naturally sit high on my head. Or I think it's because I just recently saw a video on it. I think it's because I have a small top of my head, or a small head full stop. I'm not sure what it is for my size. Anyway, so it's everything. There's always a lot of gap up sort of towards my forehead, and it looks dumb.
Well, okay, so let's get some definition here. Are we talking about baseball caps or birder adventurer hat with
hat.
The neck guard?
Nobody
looks good in those.
Okay, beg to disagree, because my Nancy hat that I have, which is a big brand,
is that what it's called?
Keep you safe. No, but that's what my family calls it. My Nancy hat is an absolute panty dropper. So speak for yourself, Matthew. But no, I mean any sort of stylish hat that you would wear out, not birding.
Okay. You know what I'm talking about, though, right? The people with the big wide brims. And
yeah, Nancy hat.
Some of them have the neck guards. I will maintain, I don't think anybody really looks good in them. They're functional. They're definitely not for fashion. But if we're talking about baseball hats, you wear baseball hats and look good.
They okay. Thank you. Gosh, we were just talking about this. I think last episode about complimenting each other. You gave me. I'm
really
melted.
Makes your balls look huge.
You look like such a good dad in them.
That's good.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's kind of funny. I actually have a question here, chambered, that is really similar to close to what we're talking about. So maybe I'll
take a break and get after it.
Save it.
All right, let's do it.
No,
go cinch up my hat.
All right.
And welcome back. Feel free to drop us a line at qualifiednonsense@gmail.com or connect with us on our socials. Now's the time on the show where we take on Reddit's most pressing queries by finding the top trending questions and answering them here. This next question comes to us from the No Stupid Questions subreddit. Username meolsagosha. They ask, ties in perfectly with the intro, why are so many Americans terrified of being hatless? I'm Irish, and by that I mean I was born and raised and live in Ireland. And as you can probably imagine, we see a lot of American tourists passing through. Can somebody explain the whole wearing a baseball cap at all times thing? I'd understand if it was really sunny here, but it isn't. And why indoors? I found myself in one of Dublin's best 5-star hotels today, and the American tourists, male and female, were united by an apparent deeply held fear of displaying their crowns at the bar. What is this all about? What are you hiding under there? Is this where you keep your freedom and inexpensive consumer goods? Has Tony Soprano taught you nothing? I'm genuinely not sure why this is such a thing.
So I think there are two different things to tackle here.
Okay.
Yes, Americans wear hats, I feel like, more than other individuals, but they're specifically talking about tourists. And there is something about Americans being like, I'm going on vacation, better bring a hat. I don't know what it is.
Oh, interesting.
But you're not wrong by the whole like, oh, well, you better bring a hat, keep it out of the sun, out of my eyes. Like, doesn't matter if it's a baseball hat, doesn't matter if it's a adventure hat, whatever. There is something unique to us about that, and I don't know what it is.
I mean, Matt, you almost always wear a hat backwards.
That's to hide my bald head. Yeah, I'm not bicking my head yet. It's not necessary. I mean, it is a fashion thing for me, but it's also just something that I do. Yeah. It's a conscious thing.
So yeah, I do think that you're right, though, Matt, that there's probably a few different ways to look at this. I think traveling used to be a more like full stop used to be a more formal activity, and I think that specifically in the United States, and maybe I don't travel internationally very much, so maybe it happens internationally, but in the United States it's a very, very, very casual thing now, so much so that people wear pajamas on airplanes, I guess.
Zoom call. Oh yeah, well that's the thing. Yeah, traveling used to be more dignified.
Yeah, and so I wonder if people extend that casualness to making it, and also frankly just people being on vacation being like, oh, I don't have to take my shoes off in the apartment, or I mean in the hotel, or I don't have to take my hat off when I'm sitting and eating.
I mean, that kind of goes both ways, though. You could be like, do all Britons, just like British people, wear scarves everywhere? It's like you see a lot of them. Like I feel like scarves are more.
Yeah, like what's with all the tweed, my man, in Dublin?
Yeah. Right. Yeah. It's like everything a mystery to you guys. Right up table. I do. I mean, that's a little aggressive, but I do think like there's certain things that other cultures do that we would probably question the same way. I just don't have them right at the tip of my tongue.
Yeah, I mean, I think there's a difference though in like going to a place to.
I guess it would fall under line of stereotypes, right? Like, okay, so I do have one,
okay, that's
and
right.
It is a stereotype, but it was like, do all Asians just take a camera with them everywhere and take pictures of everything? Like, no, they're on vacation. They want to remember it.
Yeah.
Well, and I mean, like traveling, like, you want to be prepared for, you're not used to maybe that climate wherever you're at, and you don't want to get sunburned or get rained on or whatever. I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know. I do think, there's probably some level of preparedness aspect there with, I don't know, might need it, might not.
And I also like, telling people who I voted for wherever I go on my hat.
Yours says make America gay again.
Blacklisted.
Oh, that's right.
Gay! Oh, jeez.
What
are some of the top answers?
The top one here is, as someone who lived in Dublin and Orlando, I can answer this one. You get used to it. It's a habit, no hidden meaning behind it.
It's pretty dismissive,
maybe,
but okay.
Maybe like we just don't like dealing with messy hair or whatever. I don't have any hair, but like, how do you do see guys with like nicer hats, like a fedora or like a whatever type hat, and then they take it off and their hair's not all like crazy. Like, how do you maintain that?
Oh, those are all greasers though. Like they palmate it into place, or their hair's so fine that it just lays.
Or you watch like old movies and stuff, and the guys like take off their hats and their hair looks fine. It's not all crazy.
Oh, Brandon, that's called the magic of Hollywood.
That's no, I actually think that's Brill cream. Because
like back then, like they just have like their hats like just sitting like loosely on their heads.
Yeah, I don't think they were super snug, but I don't know.
But they had to ride horses and stuff, like with no windows and doors. So it can't be that loose. You know.
Another answer here is you mentioned it's not sunny there, but you are from a sunny area. It may just be an automatic part of their daily clothing. They don't even think about, and they don't take it off indoors because at a certain point it might go from a thing I wear to protect me from the sun to just a thing I wear. And also UV can still penetrate clouds to a degree anyway, but I doubt they're even thinking that much about it, and they're probably just used to it.
See, I don't like. I feel like people are trying to make it, like, give it a practical excuse. I truly think it's just something that's built into us of like going on vacation, better bring a hat.
Yeah, and I mean, like we, like the U.S. is a very like sports heavy culture, so like a lot of the hats are generally sports themed, and if they're not, it's usually some sort of like personal, like signifier or something that has some sort of meaning to you or whatever. And I think it's just a individuality thing.
Yeah, or maybe we are just a casual culture. Who knows?
Yeah, I do think that there's a level of casualness within our culture, is yeah.
I mean, I used to not wear hats that much until like I did shave my head, and like now I do wear hats when I go out, and usually when I go in places I'll take my hat off just because I like my head to breathe. And
yeah.
But like when I go outdoors, yeah, I'll put a hat on.
Well, I don't know about you, but I definitely do it for protection, like immediate protection, because I hate sunscreen, but also my head burns so fast that
yeah.
I don't know.
This person says, I'm bald, so the thought of skin cancer removal on my scalp is not something I want to deal with.
Yeah.
Cap also keeps me warm. It's a lot colder when you have no hair. And it's helpful if I forget my sunglasses or if it starts to rain. I leave it on inside because if I put it down, I may forget it. Yeah. I mean, again, these are like practical answers versus like, I don't know. It just, yeah, I think in our culture, just a lot of people wear hats, and yeah, I don't think there's some like deep-seated,
yeah.
Well, like what we meant to say was the Illuminati.
Illuminati.
Yes.
Next question.
Next question. Also comes to us from No Stupid Questions. Username, a neighborhood alien. They ask, why does it feel like everyone in the world is growing more and more angry as time goes on?
Oh, buddy.
Wait, can you say that again?
Why does it feel like everyone in the world is growing more and more angry as time goes on?
That's a loaded question.
Fuck you.
I mean,
You don't know me.
This is something I've noticed. It does seem like people are just like
super quick.
Yeah, super quick to outburst or assume things.
I mean, we could blame social media for being like allowing people to be keyboard warriors.
I think the internet
then translates
internet in general.
Yeah.
Also,
I guess it does
political
make
climate isn't very isn't very work together-y anymore. There's no bipartisanship. There's no reaching across the aisle. It's either like you're a racist or you're a purple-haired transgendered person. It's like everything is just so extreme.
Yeah, it's all divisive, and the internet is not now, but like more than ever full of nonsense and inaccurate information, and so people can choose their own adventures and be justified with sources and references and like our
Do you think those are like
for sure
things they want us to blame when like it's really like capitalism that is
oh sure, if we're like zooming way out, yeah.
Like making people feel unequal.
Liberal
and
would
like,
say that.
Well, I mean, like, no, like, you're losing. Like, they could say, oh, no, the reason why you're losing out is because of these immigrants or because of whatever, and fill in, or these transgenders or whatever, like fill in the blank. When really it's the people at the top hoarding all the wealth and then like making everybody else fight amongst each other.
I do think that we were in a pretty like we were in a pretty good balance of at least in the United States a pretty good balance over the last 100 or so years of like the rich placating the middle and lower classes to a degree. Like it was still absurd, but there was there's a popular picture that is referenced regularly from the I forget what it was, the 50s or the 60s, and it was a Ford worker who, like a factory worker, who had a house and a car and 2 kids and a partner in their front lawn, and the identification, or rather the sort of call out, is the fact that they were able to do that all on a factory worker's salary. And it's just wild that I think we're all in two dual working households, and we're fine, but we're not like rolling in it, right? And it used to be a single working household, single person. I don't what's the phrase, what's the wording for that?
Single income household.
Thank you. Jesus. Single income households versus a dual income household. We're all in dual income households, and we need to be in dual income households. And I think most of society is like that. And society, frankly, is not set up for it. It's still got that 50s mentality of basically there being someone full-time at home and someone full-time at work.
When there are,
if you have any kids in the school system, you kind of have to.
That's my whole point. Yeah. Most people have kids.
And there are a lot more stressors, in life that, the costs of things are rising, and which puts people on edge, and people are getting less out of life by having to work harder. And those sorts of things, I think, weigh on people.
Taking the old timer out of the Cracker Barrel. Jeez, world coming to.
But yeah, I mean, it's also, you know, like what that saying that, you know, when you're used to privilege, equality feels like oppression, and so there's, as we try to make things more equal in society, then somebody says, "Oh, hey, that guy, he's getting food stamps, but I have to work my ass off, and why is, you know," and then, like,
Right.
There's that sort of mentality.
I actually saw a video similar to that the other day, but it's from an Australian, and I feel like it happens a lot in our country, and perhaps it does in other countries as well that actually have these resources available to them. But it was a guy who was working on an oil rig off the coast of Australia in an Australian accent. And he's like, I have an idea. You know how you can sponsor a kid in Africa for 25 cents a day and they'll send you pictures? He's like, we should do that here. I want to see where all my tax dollars go. And I want to see, you know, Jamie the junkie and all of her kids. I was like, oof. You know, it's everybody feels super stressed. Like every little thing is,
well, I mean, even like
the short fuse.
It feels like any sort of minor slight against something means that you're getting some sort of unfair advantage against them. Like if you get a different parking spot, people fly into a rage because, you know, that like it's sort of a,
like, that's not a compact car.
It's sort of a like an individualistic mentality that, like, because somebody is getting some sort of advantage, you're at a disadvantage and it's screwing you over. And, you know,
everybody thinks they're special and you're not special. Get over yourself.
Or yeah.
Well, but to be fair, I mean, back to the capitalism comment, it's like everyone applying sort of national capitalism to their everyday lives, which I guess to a degree you sort of have to, but like capitalism in its essence is just like competition.
There have to be winners and losers. Yeah.
Right. And so, you know, if you apply that to the individual, it makes for a rather grouchy group of winners and losers.
Mm-hmm.
They're kind of insufferable either way. Like the winners are just like really obnoxious and annoying. And then the losers like, oh God, yeah, why me again? Oh no. You know,
yeah,
he got that one thing that I didn't. I don't know if your kids do that, Jake, but it was like, I don't know that, like, growing up, I never felt this way, but I see a lot of it in kids of like, oh, this is the worst because I didn't get that one thing. I was like, really?
Yeah, we've talked about that before.
Bad?
Yeah, it's, I mean, and also like, I think that's a developmental milestone, but like, but it takes, you know, yeah,
well,
no,
waiting for them to develop out of it.
Yeah.
It's been 9 years so far.
Yeah. It's a lot. But then adults do it, right? I mean, then that's the chilling part.
Yeah, 100%. It's just one of those kids these days kind of a sentiment.
Yeah.
I do also, I mean, beyond like people being more angry, it does also seem like people are just like worse behaved, and they could be tied in to each other, but we've talked about this before also. Like it just seems like people are just and maybe this is the internet, but like people are just more like in movie theaters or whatever, talking during the movie or texting or in situations where I don't know, like cutting in line, that sort of thing. Like people are just more selfish, I guess, and rude than
it was like almost the manners were never taught, and or they just don't care. It's like, so, you know, when you used to have road rage, it'd be like you are screaming in your car, and then you both get out of the car. It's like, no, it's just want to make sure you're not. Are you okay? You good? Okay. You get back in your car, like, I'm gonna fucking murder that person. It's like those barriers don't exist anymore. People just like they're going around like they're always in their car on road rage, and they'll just say it. Yeah. I know that I've done it. I've absolutely done it. I was like, this person's really upsetting me. I'm just gonna say it. Get it out there. Like, put your phone away. You know, they're like, turn your volume down. Like, no phones in the movie theater. Yeah, as opposed to just be like, shh.
I don't know so much about
make this like sound about like it's a Dolby Atmos.
I don't know so much about the like the movie theater situation, because like I do think that has to do with just social manners. Yeah, but I do think that the internet is a big contributor to again to this phenomenon of people being more brazen, and I wonder if I just saw not too long ago a Dave Chappelle clip of him doing stand-up and talking about how he thought he was right about something, and basically like when you think you're right and you're sure of it, nothing can dissuade you. Like you can there's an ability, like you get a superpower during that time of knowing that you're right, and as soon as you find out you're not right, it can change your world perspective. And I think too often now people just don't either are validated in being not well, they can think they're right and find validation in that not being right, but continue forward, in large part because of the internet and what's on the internet.
Well, it's also, I mean, it's the internet just throws gasoline on people's feelings. It's like, right. I know me and Brandon have the same opinion of like the internet pranksters that run around and they try to just like mess with people in public. It's really satisfying when you see somebody just get like knocked out.
Yeah.
And but it's like that kind of behavior encourages others to be like, I'm just going to say it because the other broccoli haired kid that has 2 million followers thought it was funny. It was like, who does that? I'm going to go into this convenience store. But the minute somebody actually gives them, and this is the boomer in me of just like, try it, do it. I dare you. Because it's also going to be good content to see you lose a tooth. It's like, yeah, I think that needs to come back of like, you run your mouth, you do all these things, and you feel a certain way, there's consequences for it.
Well, and it's these kids chasing that euphoria, that dopamine high of getting, viral. The thing that like the phenomenon of going viral is an internet thing that is just, in most situations, in most circumstances, is pretty revolting, because a lot of times it's just shock value or something unpleasant, really.
Well, and I mean, like it seems like anytime there are any sort of consequences, it's people people doing whatever. Like, let's say somebody does some sort of offensive accent on their podcast, and then people are like, oh, I don't like this person anymore, I'm not going to listen, and I'm going to boycott all their stuff. Like, oh, that's cancel culture. That's like that's consequences. Like, you did a thing, you chose to do that, you're free to do that, but there's consequences. And I don't think that like people like dealing with consequences, or that people don't deal with consequences enough. And then when they do, it's like, oh, you're canceling me, you're suppressing my free speech, you're whatever, you're trampling on my First Amendment rights. You're,
I don't know. I think in that vein though, it's really obnoxious when people are like, you said this, I'm going to get you canceled. Like, you're trying to rally people to validate your own feelings. It's like, then don't listen to them. Do you have to have a whole campaign against this individual because you didn't like that they made they did an accent on their podcast? Like, who cares? You don't like it, don't fucking listen. But you don't have to get this whole like rabble pitchfork. Everybody else should feel the same way that I feel. It's like, fuck off.
But isn't it that person's right just as it is for the person to do the accents right?
Yeah, but it just seems like a real big waste of time. If that's that one individual's feeling, why do you need to have everybody else feel the same way with you?
But I mean, if there are other people who feel the same way, then
they can find that out on their own. It's not really that person's responsibility to be like, it's a lot of expended energy to go out and be like, let's bring this person down. Just because they did that one thing that I didn't like. Now, if they're out like genocide, I feel like that's probably fine. To be like, yeah, this person's not doing a good thing.
Yeah, I don't know. I do feel like that words have
maybe
meaning,
where's that line?
And words have impact, and there's a level of dehumanization that comes along with using like offensive accents. I mean, and we've all, we grew up together.
I mean, just as an example, that was like, it could be anything.
Right.
What's that? Oh, I see.
We're just using the accent as an
offensive
example.
accent as an example.
Right. But depending on the item, there's the potential. Yeah. Okay. Well, we don't have to chase this down. But.
Yeah, Jake, your last intro really offended me because my grandpa was a gunslinger in the Wild West, and you did him a disservice. You did him dirty.
Yeah, but here's the thing about your gunslinger. Oh, and just as an example, which is fine. There's been no time in history where your gunslinging grandfather would have been denied housing. Full stop. That's the difference, I think.
Gotcha. I think.
What's the next question?
We're going to go down a slippery slope here.
Yeah.
All right. Well, we've got into capitalism, cancel culture. Let's do a lighter.
The Holocaust.
What
did it happen?
Next one. What's the best accent you can do?
The next question comes to us from Ask Reddit, username Tron1977. They ask, you have a 5-hour drive. You can only listen to music from one band. Who do you listen to?
Oh, from one band?
Dang. Shakira.
Yeah.
La 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 la.
That'd be exhausting.
Man, 5 hours?
Yeah, 5 hours of the same band or whatever.
So I recently discovered I have several friends that are jam band people.
Uh-oh.
I hate jam bands, but they all like this one band called King Gizzard and the Chicken Lizard.
Wizard?
Wizard.
That sounds like a jam band.
So here's the thing, though. Every album they produce is a different genre of music. So the jam band people love them because they just go out and do the most obscure thing. But it's like one is rock, one is reggae, one's kind of hip hop. They're all different. It's like I that's what I'd have to have. So even though I could listen to like Muse or AC/DC or whatever for 5 hours, I could do it. I would just really not be excited by the time we got there.
Yeah.
I mean, the top answer is 5 hours. That's what, 3 Dead songs? So, like, to your point about jam bands.
Yeah.
I've never listened to them at any sort of length, but I used to work with a bunch of guys who really liked Fish. And
same idea.
Yeah, same idea. That ain't me. Honestly, Pink Floyd or Led Zeppelin, that would be a good car ride. I could just put that on and be just fine.
Yeah, I think some sort of band with like variation where it's not all like, like AC/DC would get, like after the first half hour, it'd be like, okay, I've basically heard every AC/DC song I've ever made.
Right.
That's not to say I don't like them, but
right.
It's kind of the same thing.
I guess I would say, and I probably have listened to for 5 hours at a time, is Hans Zimmer. I like musical scores, like movie scores, and he has such a wide like. He's done some Disney and Pixar movies, but he's also done Interstellar and The Last Samurai and Dark Knights and all that. So he covers a lot of different genre and bases for me.
Yes, Mozart, Bach.
Bach. What an asshole. That's good. I would also.
You wouldn't get it.
I would also throw in Radiohead. They've got a lot of, and I feel like they Matt, I can tell you agree. No, but I feel like they go through an evolution, which is kind of cool.
Speaking of Radiohead, they got their name from a song by the Talking Heads. I would probably choose Talking Heads. Yeah, because they have they have a handful of albums, and they're like 40 minutes each, and you could probably listen to their whole discography on a drive.
Oh yeah, actually, yeah, I would, yeah, that sounds good. You know what I wouldn't do? The fucking Beatles.
Yeah.
I like the Beatles, okay, but
I think
Aerosmith,
it's fun.
5 hours long.
I think with the Beatles, like you have a very strong evolution in like a 8-year span of time. Yeah. You can listen to. Like you have like the early like I want to hold here, like all the way to, like cuckoo choo, like that sort of like far out like LSD sort of stuff, and like you can hear their evolution.
Yeah.
Go through that.
Yeah, but both of the songs you were like trying to make this like advocacy for sound like nursery rhymes. Like, wanna hold your hand or cuckoo ka-choo. The train goes choo choo ka-choo.
I do like that you decided those two songs.
Well, what I do have to say, though, I happen to be at my local tap room, and they do trivia on Wednesdays. And I was just there randomly on that evening, and I forgot that, and everybody was doing trivia, and I was sitting there by myself. And I was like, I don't have a team, but one of them was the identify this song, and I sent it to you, Brandon. It was "Jaded" by Aerosmith. I listened to that song on the way home so loud, like yeah. It's like, man, Aerosmith. That fucking slaps. But only for like 20 minutes at a time.
Yeah. Could you imagine like System of a Down for 20 minutes for 5 hours? God.
You'd get there in 3.5.
You would. That's a good one.
Yeah. A good if you're ever at trivia by yourself, a good trivia name is whatever your name is. So let's say Matt is Matt No Function Beer Well Without as your team name. It's a Homer Simpson quote where he's like, Homer No Function Beer Well Without.
Oh, gotcha.
Yeah. Anyway, I've used that while playing trivia alone.
Alone.
I'll just always go with Nocturnal Emission because nobody wants to say it out loud.
There's some when I did Star Wars trivia. So like this is gonna get nerdy, but this is like old canon. This is not considered like current canon, but in old canon Star Wars, the music that the band played in the cantina, that type of music was called jizz, and the people who played that music were called jizz whalers, and so when I played Star Wars trivia, there was a team called the Jizz Whalers.
That's a good name.
I'm gonna take that one. Nice.
What was our question?
What band would you listen to for 5 hours?
Oh, that's right.
So Aerosmith for you, Matt?
Just spoken word.
Oh,
What do you? I mean, Matt, you've got Prince behind you. Would you listen to Prince for 5 hours?
I don't know that I would. Like, I feels bad saying that, but there's some bands where you can only take so much of, and some are just. We have a friend that would always be like, when we're watching like jackass movies and stuff, he's like, it's just dumb fun. I think it would have to be just like a dumb fun. I could listen to Royal Blood for 5 hours. It's a English duo. It's just a bass and a drum, but it's just rock music. Listen to that for 5 hours. It'd probably be more repetitive, but I don't know. Prince can be a bit much.
Yeah, I think any sort of music where you kind of have to like pay attention to it, like sort of like Weird Al or like musical type music. Any
Weird
sort
Al
of
would be
like
pretty damn good.
I would jump out of the car in 30 minutes. Hopefully it would be off a bridge. It's like road trip. The insult to injury is you bring out like fucking Uno or something while we're in the back seat. Some game. Ugh.
everybody in the car singing like "I love Rocky Road," Matt's just driving off a cliff.
I do not understand the Weird Al. I never will. And never.
So
and how, like, I understand it for like an album or a few songs. Like, cool, you change the words. Ha ha. But it's like
hardy har har.
I do, and how he's been able to keep it going. So, yeah, exactly. Lottie fucking da. Next, put on some real music
too. I knew so many songs, the Weird Al version, before I knew the original version.
Do you guys would you listen to Weird Al? Like, do you still listen to Weird Al?
I don't still listen to it, but I would definitely listen to it in a 5-hour car ride because like half of them I would know all the lyrics to.
Well, hasn't he said that he's stopped doing parodies? Like he just does like original music now and like polka stuff.
I don't think so. I think he was just at Edgefield. He played.
Yeah, but I think like his more like any like more contemporary releases have been like original. I've heard he's stopped doing parodies. I don't know.
Thank God. All the music's been done.
I disagree. Banger.
It's incredible that he was able to source that, but like I cannot even wrap my head around how you keep a career like that going for so long at that scale. I'll say at that scale, anybody can do parodies, whatever.
I feel like I have more of an appreciation for Weird Al than I do an enjoyment of Weird Al. Like I appreciate what he's done and all that, and I like listening to interviews and things with him, but yeah, I don't like regularly listen to his music or anything.
He kind of is like in parallel with Carrot Top to me. It's like, how do you keep that going for that long? Just like getting things out of a little chest. Be like, here's a little puppet. You know, like how do you keep that relevant and going?
There's enough folks at the Luxor to keep him in.
Either way, if somebody put on Weird Al for 5 hours and said, this is what we're living to, I would jump in front of the car.
Fair enough. Yeah. But what about like musical type music? It was nice dig. I'm just gonna put
take that Weird Al. But what about music?
No, I mean like what if it was like, okay, we're gonna listen to 5 hours of show tunes, and
I think I could still do it'd be kind of obnoxious, but I could do it.
Just 5 hours of when you're a jet all the way from
like guys and dolls. It was like, oh.
I don't know, Jake, you're a theater guy. Would you be able to hang with 5 hours of show tunes?
I mean,
just Wicked on repeat.
Would I? Yes. Would I want to? No. Because I was never really super duper into musicals. But I like them. I'll catch a tune. But I was also I was never really well versed in musicals because I wasn't really drawn to them. So I think perhaps I was going to say the worst thing, but it would be great if like everyone else in the car knew the words. I mean, here's the thing. When I think of going on a long car ride, I'm usually the one driving. So like I'm paying attention to the road anyway. Like anything can be happening in the car and it doesn't really matter. Obviously, I'd prefer something that was like mentally engaging so that I could stay awake. But
show tunes might be challenging because everybody's just like, just put on music. Let's go. I don't know. Let's just hang out. I'm going to lean on this window here and sleep. But if everybody's like 525,600,
right,
it's like,
there's
oh
at
my
least
God.
If there's lyrics to pay attention
Like,
to,
Jeff,
be
chill.
like, what the fuck?
Trying to sleep. Yeah, we get it. Hamilton. Cool.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What are the top answers? Yeah.
The top one. Yeah, they said 5 hours. What's that? 3 Dead songs.
Oh yeah. Mm-hmm.
So these are the. So this person actually compiled. They went through all the answers and they compiled them by mention.
Oh,
so the
thanks
top,
for doing the heavy lifting. We should shout out that person. Who's that?
Shout out to whoever the fuck that is.
Shout out to Oscar Mike 44.
Yeah, you want to be an admin? Come on, bro.
Pink Floyd. So the top 3 are Pink Floyd, The Tragically Hip, and Tool.
Tragically Hip is, yeah, Gordon. Oh man, Tragically Hip is. They have a really great fucking catalog, and I only learned about him after the guy got brain cancer. But that's a good call. Tragically Hip is a great call.
I'm not familiar.
Nor am I.
You would. Oh, I don't want to be that guy. Check him out if you want.
It'll change your life, man.
Yeah, I'm not going to be that person, but yeah. There's a documentary about him.
Then the next, like the second place ones are the Beatles and Led Zeppelin, and then Steely Dan, Grateful Dead, and Linkin Park.
Oof.
Then I'm just grouping these by like how many people mention them. So Alice in Chains, Fleetwood Mac, Queen, Modest Mouse, Springsteen, System of a Down, Black Sabbath, Prince, Metallica, Dave Matthews Band, Deftones, Ween, REM, Widespread Panic, Queens of the Stone Age, Opeth, and Morgan Wallen.
Yeah. I did. This is not one band specifically, but when we go on longer trips, like I take the kids out to my parents' house in Sandy, it's about an hour. So I'll look up things, and I think I've talked about this before, but thank God for Guardians of the Galaxy, because it's enlightened my kids to like ELO, David Bowie.
That's right.
Like they go to parties and all these kids are like Sabrina Carpenter, and my daughter's like, "Can you put on Under Pressure by Queen?" You know, and it's like that's the music they kind of they like to listen to. So I'll look up. There's some really banger playlists out there. If you just type in like 70s road trip, it's pretty great. I was like, man, these all just are. This is a great road trip. And again, it's not one artist, but they all share a bunch of similarities.
They do have King Gizzard and Lizard Wizard on here.
I would only pick them for a variety.
Yeah.
You know, you listen to System of a Down, like that was on the list. Is your ear holes are going to be bleeding for 5 hours.
Well, listener, let us know which band you would like to hear on a 5-hour car ride.
I'm going to go listen to Tragically Hip again. Thanks for the reminder.
I'm going to listen to them for the first time.
Gord Downey is his name. That's the lead singer. He has a very unique voice.
Do they have any songs people would recognize?
Yeah, just a second. What's it called? Oh, where is it? What's the one called? Well, I'll use them in this episode's Blown at High Dough is what it is, the one that I know it's from it was recorded in 1989. I'll send it to you guys in our chat. But if the listeners are listening and you want to listen to the Tragically Hip, I wouldn't say they changed my life, but yeah, I was really glad that they were suggested to me.
All right. Well, thank you, Matthew. And thank you all for listening. And thank you to our loyal patrons for supporting the show. If you haven't already, head over to Patreon at patreon.com/qualifiednonsense to show your support. Watch us. I've screwed that up. Head over to Patreon at patreon.com/qualifiednonsense to show your support. Watch us over on YouTube at youtube.com/@qualifiednonsense. Also, feel free to send any questions or comments to qualifiednonsense@gmail.com or hit us up on our socials found in the episode description. After you've done all that, please also rate, review, share, like, and subscribe on your podcast app of choice. We'll see you back here next week for another brand new episode of Qualified Nonsense.
See ya.
Auf Wiedersehen.